Hello to you. I'm Jesse Johnson, and this is There are 12 universal institutions of humanity, of our species or our kind. And this is the universal institution of law. These are the basics, and this is part 1. Once again, there are 12 universal institutions of humanity, of our species, of our kind, and this is the universal institution of law. This is part 1 of 2 parts. This is basics. Law, the definition thereof. Number 1, legislative pronouncements of the rules to guide one's actions in society. 2, rules of conduct put into force by court authority decisions established by local custom. Number 3, such as case law, common law, session law, statute law, substantive law, uniform law, wager of law, commercial law, civil law, due process law, law of the land, criminal law, international law, contract law, libel law, tort law, property law, marriage and divorce law, maritime law, martial law, military law, model rules of professional conduct law, national associations and the law, natural law, Native American law, organic law, parliamentary law, constitutional law, regulatory agency law, secession law, national security law, shield laws, statutory law, uniform law, laws of physics such as the laws of biology, the laws of genetics, the laws of life itself, and a few other law categories. We'll go to 4. Law is custom or practice recognized as binding by a community, having been decreed by a governing authority. Such customs or practices considered as a branch of community knowledge or wisdom. The profession of interpreting and enforcing such customs and practices. Principles of common law, a statement of what occurs in nature as by observation, experiment, or experience to be true. A discipline, ethical or moral code considered valid and enforceable. Rules for conduct, behavior, and social order. We will continue with the definition of law, which includes number 5, law, that which is fixed, all the rules of conduct established and enforced by authority, legislation, or customs of a given community or other group as a basic tenet. Obedience to such rules. Jurisprudence, a system of courts for defending one's rights. The inherent tendency of something for securing justice. Any rule or principle expected to be obeyed. Regular established rule or method of procedure or action. A code is an entire system of rules or laws. We'll go to number 6, such as physics, such as Boyle's law, Charles' law, law of motion, Lenz's law, Ohm's law, etc. We also have civil law, French law, law of language, commercial law, merchant law, law of nations, a law of nature, moral law, municipal law, Roman law, sumptuary law, law of Moses, etc. We'll go to number 7, such as business law, law of diminishing returns, law of grammar, law of self-preservation, law of health, law of exponents, such as canon, a code, a command, a commandment, a decree, an edict, an enactment, a formula, an injunction, a mandate, an order, an ordinance, a principle, a regulation, a rule, a statute, laws of penalties for disobedience, etc. Now let's go to general structure of all laws. Number 1, land, water, air, above the air, firmament, laws of. We'll go to A, land, such as property, water, air, and above air. B, travel. C, community relations, human conduct. These are the three areas of which all laws take. We'll go to number 2. A, land, such as public and private land, in the form of property laws, includes all plants, animals, macro and micro animals and plants, such as lumber, tunnels, caves, etc. Property, such as rent, lease laws, own, real estate market laws, public, such as sidewalks, street lights, laws, etc., such as real estate market laws, houses, apartment, businesses, etc. laws. We'll go to B. Waters, in the world of water, such as rivers, streams, lakes, reservoirs, boats, ships, submarines, cruise ships, etc. This deals with water and all of its different laws. C, air. Now we'll go to air, such as the laws of uses of jets, planes, electro-propulsion ships, flying saucers, that is, etc. Number 3, we'll go to travel, such as the laws for the use of cars, trucks, boats, licenses, permits, etc. type, and all of those laws. We'll go to 4, community relationships and relations, the laws of oppression, such as subjugating a people, stigmatizing a people socially, mass incarceration, denial of rights too, murder without consequences of one group by another, denial of medical too, denial of food, denial of water to such people. These laws institutionalized, such as institutionalized white racism and institutionalized white anti-Americanism, institutionalized many crimes against humanity, suppression, slavery, and oppression by laws of the American Indians and the American blacks. Also, this here is for law is simply for laws is general conduct and behavior laws, how we should behave around each other. But now a word of note. Number 1, there are laws for above air travel, such as helium balloons, which goes up 20 to 25 miles up, spy jets, which goes 14 to 15 miles up, satellites, which are 20 to 25 miles up, and satellites are hooked to helium balloons. Humans cannot leave this earth, etc. Number 2, firmament laws. EPSs, or electro-propulsion ships, nicknamed flying saucers. All flying saucers, 100%, are made by us humans and can reach the firmament along with rockets of 70 to 75 miles up. That's how high the firmament is above the USA. And it stops there. Now, the firmament is a physical barrier that cannot be passed through. Humans have never left and cannot leave this earth. And to continue, the principles of law, the rules of social order. Number 1, natural law, absolute, unchanging. Life laws, physics laws, which deals with mechanics and physical sciences and processes. Number 2, human laws. Those are the two different types. Natural law, human laws, are in fact rules of conduct and behavior and can be changed. Natural law cannot be changed and can be changed for human laws, and at base, human rules called laws can be different from person to person, state to state, etc. But the fundamental structure of all human laws do not change, simply because humans are a biological structure. We'll go to number 3. Human laws are rules of do's and don'ts of culture and society, and are based on the 12 universal institutions of humanity of our kind. The 12 universal institutions where every single thing that we know, feel, think, and everything else is included in is art, economics, education, family, law, medical, mass media, political, poverty, religion, science, and spiritual. We'll go to number 4 now. Human culture is a conglomeration of multiple universal institutional overlaps of the 12 universal institutions and its many sub-institutions. That is what all culture is. And we'll continue now. Number 5 now. The laws and sub-laws of a town, state, country may be different, but the base structure of human law do not change in any or all cases, does not change, because there's a basic structure to all human laws, and that is us as biological entities. We have one head, 2 eyes, 2 feet, and so forth. Well, most of us do. Number 6. Here is the need for laws. There is the need for laws, written as well as unwritten. And we'll start with A. There must be social order, 100% mandatory at every and all times and all levels. B. Without social order, a people or a species dies. We'll go to C. There must be law and order, and laws must be enforced in one form or another, physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, etc., of every society and every single culture. And this is no joke. Now, here is the study, the theory of, the implementing of, and the practice of laws. We'll start with A. There are law and court systems. B. Law and materials of law, such as books, reference materials, grades of courts, briefs, etc. We'll go to C. There are tests and exams to become attorneys and lawyers. D. There is the study of the enforcement of laws and how to go about it, such as methods of police, sheriff, state, military, national, etc. Here is the 12 universal institutions of humanity in respects to law. Now, number 1, universal institutions constructs all, ALL, all human social complexity. Number 2, multiple, that includes universal institutions of humanity, complexities, cultural complexities, social complexities, multiple overlap social inventions and creativities and productions. This is what produces the complex of our world. Now, this has been part 1. Please go to part 2. Part 2 is 2 parts. This has been part 1. I want to thank everyone for listening and watching. Yes, please share this video and subscribe, and we will see each other on part 2.